Hello Gemini, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with someone. This could have been in the past. This could also be somebody that you have a current relationship with, but there's a lack of communication there. For others of you, this could be somebody that you've met. There's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up, and for a small portion of you, it could be a situationship. So the first person that comes to mind. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to guide and to provide some advice based on what comes up today. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are a little bit on the dark and dreary side. Now, the cards here do indicate your person of interest. This is what your person of interest is going through, what they're feeling. But because of the intensity of these cards, it could be that you as well, Gemini, are going through this. We have here mothering followed by crisis. Then we have compassion, order, laughter, wild woman, power, fear. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have relationship. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, in you I have found someone that has a lot of love to give. This love is unconditional. It's something one would cherish. You show love as though you're family, being caring, loving, protecting, always being there. And right now, I'm very overwhelmed. Overwhelmed because of the things that I have said and done in the past. Overwhelmed because there are certain things that I need to say, certain things I need to do. And this entire time, it's been difficult for me to focus. I am unable to focus. This entire time, I've had a lot of thoughts going through my mind, and some of it is related to the things that have happened in the past. I sit quietly and I hear my thoughts, but my mind is all over the place. It's running 1,000 miles a minute. I'm overwhelmed because the feelings and emotions are too much for me to bear. I need time to sort things out. There's a lot of mental anguish, frustration, impatience, and I do have compassion for you. I understand now the things that I put you through, what you went through, what you felt. And I have empathy and sympathy. There's a decision I have to make, and I've been finding it difficult because for me there's a lack of clarity. There's a lack of understanding. There was a lot of pleasure in this connection, but a lot of pain. And right now, I'm unable to make the right choice because there's too much around me that clouds my judgment. And you have found a best friend, a confidant, someone who I can trust and rely on. In you, I have found this friend, someone who knows me well. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes me tick. You are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days. And you bring me light. You bring me life. You recharge me. And I don't want to lose that. I do feel that in this connection, there's so much that I've hidden from you. And I got caught. There are certain things that I have not told you. There have been lies, deceit, suspicion in this connection. I have hidden things from you. I have not been truthful. And I understand this frustrates you, and it is very overwhelming. But it's overwhelming for me too, how and why I would do something like this to someone who loves me so much. There has been treachery, and I can't change that now. I can't change the past, and I can't change the mistakes I've made. To me, you have always been very powerful. An individual who has a way of melting those around her or him. You are tempting. And you are seductive even though you haven't tried. You don't have to try. There is this sense of temptation that exists, and it's hard to resist it. You make me feel powerless because I see you as someone who's very powerful. This power that I've experienced, this thing that I see in you, it's a pull, it's a feeling, it's an impulse. It's like I feel weak in the knees and emotionally vulnerable. And this is why sometimes I keep my distance, because now I feel unworthy. And I feel like I don't have a lot of things to give you. I feel insecure. There's a lack of confidence. There's fear and paranoia. There's anxiety. And I am nervous. I'm nervous because there's certain things in this connection that I want, but I just don't know how to get it. I don't know how to heal. I don't know how to fix it. The things that I did, they have caused issues. I am afraid because there's a lack of clarity. I'm overwhelmed because I lied to you. Overall, I do think about this relationship, and I think about you and me, where this could have gone. I see how you are with others, and I like what I see. Many moons, many nights have gone by, and I've just stared at the walls, stared at the ceiling, lying awake in bed, hoping trying to manifest you into my life, realizing that you are the one. But how can you see that after all the things that I have done to you? I don't know how to reach out to you. A part of me wants to, but another part of me right now is very overwhelmed and very confused. I need time to sort things out. All right, Gemini. It's interesting how you had the two for me, these are very negative cards, but it's interesting how one is right on top of the other. They do very much relate to each other here. We have someone that's extremely overwhelmed. And when an individual is overwhelmed, they are not going to be messaging you, calling you, meeting you, simply because they are overwhelmed. This is a lot of stress mentally. And if it's mental stress, they are not going to be in the right state of mind where they're going to want to talk to you or reach out to you or make plans with you. They're not going to do this. Right now I see this person being very overwhelmed, and it's not the things that you have said, but it's the things that they've done, the stuff that they did to you. And here we have compassion. Now, this is an interesting card. Yeah, it does show that they have compassion. They may even feel pity for you. They may feel sorry for you. But what's the use? We didn't see them feeling guilty for you, right? This is what I don't like about when this card shows up. It's just a sense of, okay, I know what I did was wrong, and I understand what I put you through. But then what happens? What next, right? Your person of interest here should also know that it was not right. They need to grieve. And why do they need to grieve? Because we have a grief card, right? They need to grieve so that they're wiser. We also have a wisdom card. They need to grow wiser. They need to grieve because if it hurts them that bad, they'll know never to do it again. But if they only just show a little bit of compassion here, even if it's a lot, it doesn't mean that they have actually understood the severity, right? The depth of what they did. They don't know it. They don't really feel it. They don't experience it. And that's why when this card comes up, it's, I would say, like the second best thing. It's not bad. Sorry, guys. It's not bad. Of course, I have no water here. It's not a bad card to have. However, when I compare the cards and I see, on average what comes out usually, it'll usually be the grief card. And the grief card is important to have because it talks a lot about how your person of interest has put themselves into your shoes now. And they feel it to the point where they're completely regretting it. Now, let's see, maybe the next few cards, maybe something else may pop up and we'll see what this person feels. Perhaps they do have a sense of regret. We have here, oops, okay, came right out. Here, this is the Lover's Path Tarot. For those of you who are new, the first set of cards I just read, that is the current status. These I like to read a little bit in the past, in this connection. So things were great in the beginning. Things were going and moving forward, but then all of a sudden something happened and everything just went downhill. What happened? This is for those of you that never received any closure. This person could have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. The communication between the both of you is quite less. So here there is this need to know and to find out what was going on in this person's heart and mind at the time. We have here the Three of Staffs and the Seven of Coins. So let's have a look at the Three of Staffs, and I do read these in the reverse. So here it talks about how there were ambitious plans that may not have been grounded in reality, and there were frustrating delays. Here there was the inability to transform goals into realistic action. So you're dealing with somebody here that may have, said a lot. They may have had a lot of plans. However, the biggest thing here is that it was not realistic. It did not align realistically with the circumstances that existed in your life, in their life. It couldn't happen because it wasn't solid enough. It wasn't practical enough. Here we also have the 7 of coins. I'm getting the phrase, all talk, no action. I'm hearing that right now. So somebody here was all talk and really no action. And this kind of goes with this card too. Like, no matter how much this person may have planned with you, they may have said things to you. But when it came to the reality and when it came down to actually doing things and moving things forward, it turned out to be, I'm getting the word, I don't know the full meaning of this, nonsensical. I'm just getting the word nonsensical, whatever that means to anybody out there. But I do see here it just didn't work out for this person because no matter what they planned, no matter what they did, it wasn't truly practical. They tried, but it just didn't work out. Take it as it resonates. That word just popped up. I do know that's not something I use in my vocabulary. Here we also have the 7 of coins. So let's have a look. We have here tending your garden, being impatient, insecurity about whether the reward received for the work rendered will be worth it. This person had lost patience. They had a lot of expectations, and they were not being as nurturing as they once were. Maybe they weren't. Personal relationships, there was a desire to create, but they were not able to. Here, it does show me that whatever happened in this connection, you're dealing with somebody here who wanted to rush things, but also at the same time, they were not good at planning. This is a very different character we're dealing with here. Like haphazard. This person's kind of like all over the place. Things in their brain, they're compartmentalized in a very different way. Their priorities will be different according to their mood. That's what I'm seeing. If their mood is, okay, this is this week or this month, this is my goal, this is my aim, they will actually get the job done. But if it's not, it might be a mood, not a mood swing, but according to their mood, they would take action. And that's a problem because it should be something that's constant and not according to one's mood. If you guys kind of understand what I'm saying here. So even if they're planning something, it would be according to their mood, right? And if they were giving something to you, they always expect it in return. Now, giving should be selfless when you're in love, right? But here this person felt that, no matter what I've done, no matter how much planning I've put into this, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever works out in my favor. So that's a problem right there. You are dealing with somebody here who was not really good with planning. Planning is a big deal here. All right, I have here, let's have a look. This is the Beginner's Tarot. So here, I'll look into any actions, any plans, any intentions. Your person of interest may have, or anything they may do towards you. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. We have here the 8 of Pentacles. For some of you may know, I call this the love workshop because it's a love reading. So this person has and is going to take a step back. But what are they doing that for? They're trying to make sure that whatever they do going forward, it can be more of a promising situation between the both of you. They want to make a plan. A plan, yeah, right? But this time, guys, the Eight of Pentacles is good because it does talk about an actual legitimate plan where this person's trying to do their best, and it is not just building castles in the sky, right? It's not like this person is just thinking and believing that everything that they fantasize about, that the fantasy is reality. They're actually putting some effort in here, and they're working hard towards it, towards this connection. Why are they doing that with the Six of Cups? Because now they're finally starting to miss you to the point where it's starting to bother them. So they are missing you, Gemini. This person does miss you. You are in their thoughts a lot. What part do they miss here? They miss that first glance, the first touch, the first kiss, the first few moments that you guys ever had, the first few weeks or months you had together, and how fresh and new and innocent and naive both of you or one of you was. This is how this person feels. They love this feeling, but they also miss it. They also feel that they have a special spiritual connection and a bond with you as well when this card comes up. The Three of Pentacles. So some of you could have been working with this person in the past. You still can be working with this person. Or it could be somebody that you knew through an organization or an association. If that is the case, this person's falling in love with you. Now, for others of you, if that's not the case, for others of you, this simply does mean that your person of interest here really wants to be in a situation where they can connect with you, they can manifest with you, they can construct with you, have a partnership with you. This could be working on a project together. It could be them reaching out to you as an excuse, just to be close to you somehow. We also have here the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups talks about how your person of interest has had enough, and they feel that it's time for them to move on to a different sort of mindset and a way of thinking. Before they had ideas, before they were not taking action. Now they're starting to retreat and they're starting to think about the things that they've done, but they want to be in isolation for some time with the Eight of Cups. They do want to move on from the situation, but they also want to be in a place where they can actually concentrate, almost like the hermit, and be a bit wiser. Here, the overall arching theme, it is the Two of Swords. So I do see here, this person wants peace in their life. They want truce, impasse, sometimes it talks about. We also have here the blindfold, right? So this person really is almost in denial. They don't want to see anything. They don't want to hear anything. They've put these two swords across their chest. They don't want anything to come in. So in a way, it has bothered them so much. They just want it to be over with. They just want it done. They're done. The issue here is whatever they're asking and whatever they're thinking, and asking the universe, it's not happening. It's not going to happen because the universe is not going to do it for them. They have to do it, which is exactly why it's the overall arching theme. This is what they're thinking, right? But what they're going to do is take this action. They're going to actually do something about it in that workshop. They may even approach you. So perhaps you guys can work on something together. This would be like an excuse, actually. It's just an excuse to be closer to you. But I do see here, it is a very complicated situation because they're trying to fix something that they messed up. And they're trying their best according to what they know and how they know. It is going to be a little, it's going to be a little difficult for this person. Wow, guys, you guys are probably, I don't know if you can tell, but my mouth is so dry. Let me tell you, it is so cold where I am right now that the heater is on constantly, the home heater, and it dries up the mouth. and the ears and the eyes. Give me a sec. I'm just going to turn something on so I get some moisture in this place. Okay. That was ridiculous. I don't think you guys can hear it. I actually had it off. It's my humidifier, but if I don't use it, I get sick. Alright, guys. I have here Archangel answer cards. So let's have a look. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Not bad, guys. It's quite nice, actually. Very positive cards you have. This is really nice. Gemini, first card's the strongest. You have here, there's no need to worry. So this does show me that many of you have been worrying. You were upset about where this connection is headed. Remember, you also were dealing with somebody that has a lot of nervous feelings, tendencies. Because of the way they have behaved, they know that you must be somebody who is upset. And because of that, they may also be hesitating, which is also why you had that Two of Swords. And you also had that Eight of Cups, wanting to just kind of walk away from the situation. But there's this desire to be with you. And here we do have, there's no need to worry. Why? Because there's going to be success. However, you're going to have to wait for it. Now, this waiting period probably is that indicator where we did have the Eight of Cups, where your person of interest is going to go away for some time. They're getting into this hermit mode. They're trying to be an individual who can detach from the everyday world to regain balance. And this is why you're going to have to wait, because changing that personality from somebody who can't plan for crap, like they can't even plan, they don't even take any action, but what they want to do is they want to change, right? And it's that change that's going to take you some time. It's going to take them time, but it's going to take you some time to even, to know how to accept this new person in your life, which is the same person, it's the same guy or girl. It's the same person that's coming back, right? But they're going to be a changed individual. And you will obviously know how to talk to them. They're inside their heart, their mind, it's still the same as they once were before. But they're going to have a different perspective on this connection. All right. We also have here big, happy changes. Now, this is great. This does mean there's going to be changes. They're going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. They also suggest here to trust in the divine. This is who we call God. There is a plan. There is a story. It's your story. And it does have an ending, right? But it also doesn't have to be this story. You can always make a choice. You can always take that leap of faith, try something else, and the outcome will be different. However, your story is always written for you. No matter what decision you make, it will alter. There'll be a different storyline, but it's still going to be there, whether it's with this person or with somebody else. Here, I do see that whatever type of faith you have put in the belief that you have, now this is just the one light source in the universe, the holy light of God. The angels here are saying to trust. And these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. We also have here communicate clearly. So there's something that happened in the past where you were not able to communicate. And even the clarity of it, I'm getting the word misunderstand and misunderstood. Also, I'm seeing the words misinterpretation. So something here did happen in the past, and it does appear to be more of either a misunderstanding or miscommunication in between two people. So there's going to be an opportunity. Please do take this opportunity, Gemini, to connect with your person of interest and let them know what's on your mind. Now, please, let's not write paragraphs and paragraphs or pages and pages. People get lost in the detail. They do not like reading this much. They actually get confused. They forget what the point was, in fact. They lose the main point of the issue. So please do keep it 4 to 5 points, bullet form, right? Sentences, that's it. But do not get into too much detail, because you will lose that individual in the process. They just kind of forget what it is that they were, really what the issue was, because it's just too much information. We also have here, don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. This card is really nice to have because it does talk about how here you may be so worried. However, they are encouraging you to keep that flow of energy, which is that hope that you have. Hope. You need that hope. And you're going to get something here. The overall arching theme is abundance. So definitely, whether this is regarding relationships, whether this is regarding even coins, there is something here that's going to occur, and it is abundant. It is really nice because you do have that time period where you're going to be able to communicate. Now, this is, of course, a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but if the majority of the reading, some of you, if you're resonating with the majority of the reading, then most likely this is going to come to fruition as well. Gemini, that is your reading. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I also wanted to just tell some of you, if you are interested in a personal reading, because some of you do ask in the comments below. Yes, I do personal readings. Please do have a visit. Visit my website, www.asnointia.com. And there you will see the rates and packages section. You can also see the link below, actually, in this video. You'll see in the description. There you will see some on, some of them I have that are self-help packages. And there's a variety of them. I also have one on love. That's a love package. And one that's on past life. I also have one that is for negative energies, how to recognize, well, I recognize them and I remove them. I teach you how to do that. But that's specifically for those of you that may be going through some tough times where you feel there's a lot of negative energy in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. I have the ability of having a look at that remotely. So I do tell you what you have and how many, and I teach you how to get rid of those. Also, for the love reading, you can always have a look at the description, and you'll be able to see what it is that you're going to get, so you'll know what to expect. Please do read the description before you place any orders. I also have another YouTube channel, Asnointia Audio, and those videos, that channel, it's absolutely free, just like this channel. Please do have a visit. I have videos there on relationship-related advice, and also some are on past life and spiritual connections. I also have one that I uploaded a while ago that's on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments, and I do try to respond as much as I can. I do appreciate it. Thank you all. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. As I have mentioned before, I never really used to ask, but now I am, because the channel, people can't find me anymore. So I want to kind of get back on that thing they call the algorithm. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for your support. You all take care. Bye now.